live, and that's good because tonight we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome to Adventure on so many levels. I'm going to just tweet that we're going live because that's a thing I do. And I could have done that before I started it live, but I'm Christiana Ellis, the Dungeon Master. And we have our full house tonight. All of our players here with us. We have Chooch Schubert as Autarky.
Hello, hello.
Starla Hutchton as Nirakina Etu.
Greetings and salutations.
Jenny Meltzer as Cadence of the Water.
Hello.
James Meltzer as Ket of the Sands.
Hi.
Mark Kilfoyle as Alaric Copperbeard.
You know, it almost feels like we're underground. Just doesn't feel like home, though.
And Viv Schubert as Amethyst.
Hey, y'all.
So, for some completely dumb reason, because I know each of you pretty well, I was suddenly paranoid that I was going to forget your names during that introduction round. I have no idea why. Just my brain decided to supply that little thought. In like running underneath my introductions was, don't forget their names. And I'm like, why would I forget their names? But just don't forget them. Okay.
I mean, Priscilla would understand, so would Bobby. It'd be fine.
So, where were we?
Somewhere awful.
Last week.
Oh, wait! Before the recap.
Oh, right.
If anybody's watching
right.
in the chat, remember to prepare your questions for characters after the show.
That's right. After the end of our adventure this evening, you can ask any of us a character-based question, and we will answer it in character for you. Just a little, extra.
If we're not dead.
Yes,
I mean,
a
even if
little
we
bit of
are.
a dessert, like an after dinner mint, a very thin wafer. But last week, we learned a little bit about where has Nira been all this time. It turns out stolen away by Zoreth for at least the stated reason that he needed to test his spell that he plans to use to summon Melicanth to him, but possibly for some other reasons as well that he's not as comfortable speaking aloud. But his little base in the material plane, strategically located near the original site of the stolen moment, was assaulted by Drow, Dark Elves. And also he had some working for him. It seems like there's actually a whole complicated thing going on there, because some of them liked to summon demons and other ones were like mad about that. And it was kind of a mess. And it ended with most of Zoreth's Drow servants getting, killed. But Zoreth and Nira were okay, which is really all he cared about. But 2 weeks ago, we had the Heroes of Legend, still within the root structure of the tremendous, enormous, titanic world tree, Emerald Arboris, sealed in the astral sea, entombed within a cocoon of amber. And you're trying to stop a variety of things from happening, most of them related to things trying to kill the tree. In particular, there's Shi Kusada, the Demon Lord of Rotten Decay, trying to kill the tree. We were chasing after, that guy. Then it turned out that what you thought was Nira was actually your longtime foe, Jinxie, in disguise. And she managed to release the Mistress of the Dark, who had been trapped in your iron flask, and told it, yeah, go try to kill the tree. And sent it off in the opposite direction from where Shi Kusada had just gone. You did manage to, by virtue of, separated in between a demon lord and a dark goddess, you chose to go after Jinxie. And in that choice, you were successful. You defeated Jinxie, destroyed her current form. She warned you that all that meant was a trip back to Gehenna for her, another plane, her home plane, but dispatched for now against her will through your actions. But now you still have a demon lord and a dark goddess to deal with, so let's pick us up back there now. Given that there was a moment of discussion and confrontation, I'm going to have everybody re-roll initiative.
Grab my dice.
7.
7.
I rolled a natural 1.
All right.
Also
That
7.
happened.
Hey!
Yeah. The Tabaxi twins. Otterkey?
19.
19. That's good. Alaric?
21.
21. Do you want to also roll for your summoned earth elemental?
Oh, yeah. Ed's still around, or whatever his name is.
I don't
I
know
don't
that you officially named him, but I suppose Ed is
It's the first name that came to mind,
Yeah,
which
there
is
you
not
go.
really a great one. Let's see. I don't think he has a bonus, so there'll be 9.
All
Fucking
right,
roll harder
and
than
then
we did.
Amethyst, do roll with the fire elemental's dexterity.
Right.
Or if you already rolled, that's fine. Just whatever that is, it's fine.
Oh, it's the same. It's 14.
14. Okay.
Oh, he has a penalty. 8.
Oh,
He's a slow guy.
all right. Well, he is big and made of rocks, after all. Rocks not normally, regarded for their speed, except perhaps in that they are an example of slowness. So, I had you all reroll initiative because you guys are on the clock. What are you doing?
Where are we even at this point? Do we
Well,
know?
let's go ahead and bring us over to the map. So, as we left last time, the tunnel in which you came from was to the north, up in this direction up here, to the northeast. That is also the direction where Jinxie tried to flee before you chased her down. The last you saw of the Demon Lord, he had schlorped his way in the direction that Amethyst's fire elemental form is currently in that direction. He is, however, disappeared out of line of sight in that direction. So, Alaric, you are actually up first.
When
You
last
can
we
have a conversation, but like I said, tick, 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 tick.
when last we saw the thing, it had actually been a bit wounded and beaten up, right?
Yeah, you had heard it pretty bad, actually, and it was clearly fleeing.
All right. Let's see. We have the bottle back again.
Yes, I have it.
I think we need to run down the demon. We'll have to deal with her eventually. And she might even just try to go home from here.
Once that time expires, that she's under that command, then we could trap her in the bottle again, right?
We could try, I think.
Well,
I worry about what she'll
Shush.
do in the meantime, mind you.
she'll only be compelled for an hour.
Yeah.
I guess that's the question is, could she really, how much damage could she do? Because I think she would leave if she could.
Well, she
I tried
said
to
that
send
she
her back
wanted
and
to.
she wanted to go, but she couldn't. She was compelled.
Let's go kill a fucking demon.
Capture,
right.
kill.
Let's run this one down. The other
Oh,
one
you
is
could
go.
put the demon in the bottle, maybe.
Yeah.
Go, Alaric, go.
All right.
We fly!
Heading off in the direction, trying to squeeze by the massive ball of fire.
Yeah, I think in a hurry and with Amethyst's cooperation, you can probably squeeze by without taking too much damage. So that's 5, 10, 15 feet. What is your movement speed here?
48.
It's like 48?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you cross the corner here, You see that there is a bigger room that opens into there, and then just at the very limit of your vision, let's see if I can scroll it all the way over there. You see just the barest hint. It's probably not going to even show on here. Just the barest hint, excuse me, of the Demon Lord's form at the very limits of your vision. So
It makes me kind of gag too.
In this direction here. So you have moved 15, so you could get, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. You're right here. And so that would be your normal movement, and so you can...
And from there, do I glimpse it any better?
Well, I mean, you could see it before, so you can see it a little better now, although I'm trying to get the map scrolled over far enough. I would have to zoom out, but it's basically in this direction.
Okay. I think that's still out of range. So I'm going to... Yeah. What is the range
Right
of
now, it is 75 feet from you.
that? Okay. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
And I just realized all the things I could look up.
4, 5, 6. I'll give you an extra because of doubling that extra 3. Okay, so you get... Shoot. Hang on. The way I've got the map set up, I can't actually scroll over that any farther because I've got it... Okay, hold on. I'm going to need to reveal a bit more of the map. There you go. So, you have managed to reach within 25 feet.
25. Okay, well, it's going to be long range, but I'm still going to try.
All right.
Let's see, let's whip the axe at it. That's not good. That is a 19 to hit.
Okay, 19 does hit.
Okay. For 16 points of slashing.
Okay. And it is certainly magical.
Indeed.
All right.
And I'm going to try again, because this is I'm not a one-trick pony, but this is a pretty good trick.
Yeah. Your axe, the slime seems to just peel away from it as though it resists wanting to even touch the axe, but you can tell that it's straining to do so, taking damage, and then your axe disappears, appearing back into your hand, and thrown again.
Yep, pivot around, weirdly enough, threw the dice down, got exactly the same result, but the dice reversed their numbers, so it's still another 19. That's a weird one. For
the dice
15
reversed their
points.
numbers? What do you mean?
Well, I'm at disadvantage because it's long range.
Oh, yes, okay. Yep.
Right, and I got an 8 and an 18 the first time and an 8 and 18 the second time, but just different dice.
Got it.
So it's not like there's a drop.
19 does still hit.
Okay, and that was 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that would have been a nat 20, but it's not. It's 22 in total, though.
Mm-hmm. Is that a third attack?
Yep.
Okay. So what was it? I'm sorry.
22.
22, yeah. Yep.
And that is 16 points of slashing damage again.
Okay.
There we go. It's on.
All right. Yeah. You hear it snarling and hissing and burbling, and you can hear it not only with your ears, but in your brain as you feel just waves of loathing and repulsion just filling your brain. Not to any mechanical effect, but just in a very unsettling way.
Well, I try to do the same to it with my own waves of revulsion and a little bit of confusion as to what just happened with the face that I thought I was familiar with and something else I got to deal with later. Damn it.
If Shi Kusada has an opinion on that, it does not express it. All right, Otterkey, you're up. But you are way back over here.
Yeah, so sprint.
All right. So you have 30 feet here, correct?
Correct.
And you're dashing?
Yep.
Okay, so going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, you can get to right there.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take it.
And okay, it is next Amethyst's turn.
So, just gonna go as fast as I can. My speed is 50 feet. I'm not sure
So-
how close that'll get me to
So
it.
is that your speed based on Amethyst's intelligence?
It's fire elemental speed.
Well, remember here in the astral plane, your speed is dependent on your intelligence.
That's right. Oh God. And it shows how low my personal intelligence is every time I forget that.
No, that's all right. It's a weird rule.
So it's times 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes it 51.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, 51.
All right.
And I want to dash to it or whatever a fire elemental
Amethyst's
does.
intelligence is 17. Is that right?
No, the fire elemental's base speed is 50 feet.
Okay. No.
And then using the dexterity, 17 times 3
No.
is 51.
Amethyst's intelligence score.
Oh.
Times 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. It's I know it's.
I
weird.
thought you said, I misunderstood.
Amethyst's intelligence. Yeah.
So that's 16 times 3.
Okay. So 48.
Yeah.
Are you dashing as well? You will need to dash in order to get all the way to it. But
Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah, I plan on just landing on it if I can get close enough. I just don't know.
Man, I meant to be on the ruler because there we go. There we go. So yeah. So if you you can basically with your full movement you can get up next to it, but not in its space.
All right. I mean, that seems to be what we're doing. So I'm sure it'll change in a second, but
All right. So you had to use your action to do that.
yeah.
Okay. That is Amethyst's turn. It is Shikusada's turn. Oh, you know what? It occurred to me also that Shikusada has legendary actions that I've not been using. That's okay. I'll do it now. Let's see. I'm gonna make an acid lash attack at you, Amethyst. And that's... so that's going to be 31 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And double check if your fire elemental has anything with acid damage. I don't think it does, but
No.
okay.
Fire and poison immunity.
All right. So that's going to be high damage rolls. 26 acid damage to your fire elemental form.
I'm sorry, you said 26?
Yes.
Okay. Cool,
And
cool.
then you can make an attack of opportunity because Shikusada is moving at its full speed, including dash, down this hallway.
So that is a so I would use my
Just
so it's
make
a
straight up
my only
melee,
it's a
normal
multi,
melee attack.
yeah. So that would be a 23 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, 23 hits.
Cool. So that is. Do I get my multi attack or the one?
Just one.
Is it just
for-
the one?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is 9 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I know it doesn't catch fire, so I'm not even going to give you that number.
um, 21. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it basically moves 120 feet away from you. Down the, or as far as you can tell, it goes completely out of sight around a corner. Alaric, your Earth Elemental's turn.
Yeah, he's just plotting to keep up. I think its last instructions or something like go after the demon, I think.
So what's its movement speed here?
I think it's 15.
All
Yeah.
right, so
So we will dash.
3, 4, 5. Gets basically right there. And that's his turn. Okay, Ket.
Okay, I will use my speed, which is 19 times 3, so 57.
All right. So, hang on. Yeah. So, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that would be your regular movement to here.
Okay, then I will use my feline agility to double that,
Okay.
so another 57.
Yeah. Hang on. I
That's
don't
okay.
know why I didn't plan this in the sense that you guys need to be able to go all the way to that end of the map. All right. Okay. All right. So it's going to be another 57.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically you can get right up to where Amethyst is.
Okay. And then I will use now. I'm going to use my bonus action. My bonus action to dash.
Okay.
I think I've been using my feline agility wrong this whole time because it doesn't say that I can. It doesn't say that's a bonus action. It only says I can use it once. I can use this trait. You can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your turns. But it doesn't
Right,
actually
yeah.
say that it's a bonus action. So I'm going to use my
Okay.
bonus action to dash another.
But
15
do you
feet.
have a
I assume
bonus
it's
action
part of
dash?
your movement.
Oh wait, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I don't think I do. Hold
You
on,
can
let me
use
just
your
double check.
action to dash.
Yeah. I can't dimension door because I can't see. where
Well,
that
I mean,
thing went,
theoretically
right?
you could, but you just hazard the risk of
Yeah.
appearing in a wall.
All right, I'll use my action to dash another 57 feet.
Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, let me see what you can see. By the way, it should be said that even with your dark vision,
Mm-hmm.
every time you do one of those approximately 60-foot moves, you are running directly for like the furthest thing you can see. So you're constantly running into darkness.
Right.
But so as you get to here, as your vision disappears into darkness in this tunnel, you don't see it.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. That is Kat's turn. Cadence.
Where am I?
You are all the way over here. Let me see that we got a big map here. Let me zoom out again.
Aw,
You're all the way at the end.
I'm
Yeah.
really far away. Okay,
So yeah,
I'm going
there you go,
to
right there.
action cast haste on myself,
Okay.
and I'm going to go my full 60 movement, and then I'm
Add a
going to
little.
use.
That's your haste right there.
Yep. I'm going to go my full 60 movement
Is
because
your what's
it's
your
double. It's 30 normally, so
Okay.
it's 60 now.
right?
And then I'm going to use my extra action to dash another 60 feet.
Okay. Okay, hang on.
So it should be 120 total.
All right. So your first 60 gets you here,
Hmm.
and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There you go.
All right, I'm almost caught up. Okay, bye.
You
That's my turn.
You can use
guys
your
are.
feline agility, can't you?
Oh yeah, because I haven't used it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I will use that then and go another 60 feet.
All right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Welcome to the amazing race, everybody.
Leaving poor Otterkey and the Earth Elemental in the dust here.
Bye, Archie.
Goodbye, Ed.
Have fun storming the demon.
All right, that is makes it Alaric's turn again.
Well, I have a vague idea where it went, and the race is on, so I will take my move. I don't think I can see it by then.
30, 40. That would be, so 45 would get you here, and I know it's a little bit. With your additional, because you have superior dark vision, I'll say you see it just barely as it's, it's at the edge of your vision down through that tunnel.
All right, I will use my bonus action to dash then.
Okay,
And do I dare?
hang on. Ugh, sorry.
And how far away does it seem now?
Okay, so let me think. How you were 25 feet when it went 120 feet, and so you just went 90 feet, so it would be 55 feet from you. Because I don't have the full map showing. You know that you see that essentially it went like this way.
Okay.
I'm realizing that because of the way the map curves, you actually wouldn't have seen it, but I'll say that you can tell which way it went because from the trail it's leaving.
All right. I'm going to use my my action then to continue running, and just to get to that bend to see if I can see it. If I can, maybe I'll keep moving.
You're just determined to get as far away from everyone else as possible.
Are you kidding? They keep eclipsing me.
Yeah.
I got a fast.
Well,
group
but
with
they
me.
can't do that a second time though. They have to stand stationary for the next round.
Yeah, if we want to use our feline agility again, yeah.
Yeah. They're almost
It's up to
done.
you though. So so basically you get to here. Yeah, and I think I'll say when you get to here, you realize that just around this corner you hear another blurbling and slurping sound, but you can also see the trail shows that it has, your quarry has continued down this way.
Okay. I don't have a lot of. Do I have any movement left?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'll stay there.
Okay, Otterkey.
Rush, rush, rush.
All right.
Run, Forrest,
1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 20. You can get to right there with your dash.
And hopefully I can at least see that where the elemental is. So
Oh yeah, and I mean the elemental is giving off bright light, so I would
Cool.
say like what you can see here on the map is what your character can see.
cool. I'm just checking that I don't have to do any kind of perception checks to know which way to go or
No,
survival checks,
you're
but
good.
I'm sure.
You're good in that regard.
All right.
So, yeah. So Alaric, you hear. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. You hear a blurbling, slurping sound
That's really
as
good.
a black pudding, a similar ooze of you've seen before, starts oozing into your field of view there. All right, but it doesn't quite get to where it can attack you this round. And then, yeah, that's what happens on that round. And then, Amethyst, your turn. Fire elemental.
Run, run, run. So that's
It's still
96. Yeah.
Okay. Um, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. There you go. So you are in dimmer light now, Archie, but you certainly saw which way. You have dark vision, and you saw which way the light went. So that's Amethyst's turn. You are hearing slurping and gurgling receding into the distance, Alaric. All right. That makes it your Earth Elemental's turn, who is presumably doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, it does have tremor sense, so if it detects that it's actually moving away from it, it might turn around and go in the other direction.
What's the range of its tremor sense?
60 feet.
Okay, that's good to know.
Otherwise, it's trudge, trudge, trudge.
Yep. Okay, Ket, you are not going to be able to move this round, right? Because you...
I can move. I just can't use my feline agility.
You can't use your feline agility until you have had a turn where you don't move. Is that right?
Correct. Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Yep. So I can move
I
if I
always
want
thought it had to be followed by a stationary turn, but
No,
that's
see,
fair.
he takes a turn, wiggling his butt, and then boom, he springs like mad.
That's
Okay.
right, man. Okay, I am going to close my eyes, and I'm going to visualize Alaric's pretty face, and I'm going to dimension door right beside Alaric.
I don't think you can choose like a person. You have to think like 80 feet that way or something like that.
Yeah, it can be a place you can see or one you can visualize. Yeah.
Well, but visualize, I think it's a place you can visualize if you can't see where he is or know exactly where he is.
Could you
Right.
potentially dimension door like to land on top of
I think
his
if it was a
shoulders?
place you were familiar with, like a location, then you could do it.
Yeah. Okay, I will. That's fine. I will.
I'm just thinking about like what kind of the way the spell works.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
no, that's fine.
targeted in that way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, I will move my 60 feet, or 57
All right.
feet. How far does that get me?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
All right, and I don't want to waste. I don't want to. What can I see south of us?
You can see basically a couple of dead ends.
A couple dead ends. Okay.
Yeah, just sort of like a larger room here with a couple of areas where it just kind of curves around to the, makes
Right,
little
okay.
blobby protrusions.
All right. I can't see the black pudding.
Well, no, but you might be able to hear it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's making slurping noises.
All right, I will. That's my turn.
All right. Okay. Cadence.
I will go down the hallway 60 feet.
Okay. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Okay, and then I will go. From where I am right now, do I hear the slurpy noise?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, you're pretty good at perception, but
24.
yeah, I think you're hearing it, but what you're hearing is the nearer one.
I will use my hasted action to dash in that direction.
Okay.
So another 60 feet.
Okay.
Hey, baby.
Pshoo. Okay, I'll say like you can get to there, I suppose.
Do I see anything?
Yeah, you see it around the corner right here, and then you see this tunnel continuing off. There's a, another way passage up to the north here, and then it continues off in this direction.
Okay. Bonus action lightning arrow,
Okay.
and then I'm going to fire my first shot at that thing with the lightning arrow.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that with my sharpshooter.
All right, go ahead and roll the attack.
That is a 26.
Okay. 26 definitely hits. How does the damage work for lightning arrow? Is it all lightning damage?
It's plus 4 d8 of lightning plus your regular damage.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll it, but tell me which part is which.
Okay. Alright, so that is 11 lightning damage.
Okay.
And then, hang on, I gotta look at my bonus since it changed. Plus 9. So, and then 10 regular damage plus 10 for the 10 points, so 20 more.
Okay.
So 31 total, with 11 of that being lightning.
Okay. So what happens is you see the arrow penetrate, but as the lightning crackles out, it ripples all over the thing, and it starts to bubble up in an alarming way, and then you see the thing start to split, and it splits into two pieces.
Okay. I will fire my second shot at the second one.
All right.
It's just a regular shot. Calm down. And that is 28 to hit.
Okay, yeah, hits.
And that is 14 damage, regular damage.
Okay. Okay, so that is your turn, right? Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Now it is the turn of these guys. A bunch of these smaller oozes start to ooze into this corridor from that little protrusion. Yeah. All right, Alaric, it's your turn. The path is no longer clear.
So how big are these things?
So they're both smaller than they were before, but it's hard to tell with these things like how much is like solid volume and how much is just burbled up mass. So they're both still large creatures, but certainly each one has less mass than before.
And there's no way to go over them. They take up the entire passage.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try something else then. Let's see. They're within range, so I will shock. I will cast a spell, which is something I don't really do. As I bring the axe in front and then clasp both hands together in a triangle that I look through and then point at them to cast Burning Hands at second level.
Very nice. Okay.
So they must make dexterity saving throws.
Not their best thing, surprise.
We can
Let's see. That is a 4 and a 13.
both fail.
Okay.
They take 13 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And how bad off do they look?
One of them's pretty bad. The other one's still doing okay.
All right. Well, that was that. And that's just about all I can do. But I will. They've kind of closed on Cadence. It looks like. Or one
Well,
has.
kind of, yeah.
They burbled over to her.
Yep.
And they can't get through them. So I'm just going to have to move one step closer. So I'm standing beside Cadence
All right.
and hold the axe ready.
Okay. All right. Otterkey. Continuing to
Keep
dash.
on trucking. Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're not seeing nearly as far now that Amethyst's fire elemental form has disappeared around the corner. But what you see when you get up to here is that in this passage, come on, dear mouse, let me click and select a thing. What's going on? Uh-oh.
Layer?
Okay, there we go. Hang on. No, it was frozen for a second. And now it's just being really unresponsive. There we go.
But hey, the internet's not working this week. So, there's that.
Well, so far, yeah, so, wow.
I mean,
Okay.
working.
What? Okay, where did I put them? Okay, never mind. Hang on. I'm trying to remember where I put them because I left them in the yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember where I left them underneath the darkness.
Has anyone seen my spare bad guys? I seem to have misplaced them.
Yeah. Okay, so never mind. You don't see it, but Ket and Amethyst see that burbling through cracks in the walls of the tunnel. You see more of these oozes appearing and blocking the way behind you. Almost like this was some kind of trap.
Trap.
So, Nira. We're going to briefly cut away from the rest of the party.
Was that the whole movement for Audrey, or was that like a halfie and I was supposed to see something and decide what to do? And
No,
whether to keep going
I
or not?
forgot where I forgot where I had put
Cool.
them. So when I thought I was saying that you saw something, I realized I hadn't yet. I hadn't put the things where they were because they were actually somewhere else.
All right.
So never mind. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything.
I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah.
See?
No attention to these enemies behind the
Yes.
darkness.
So, Nira, you
Yes.
are still in this base with Zorath. He's been busy for a little bit trying to work with the remaining Dark Elf servants and making sure that they're still going to respect his command with the house captain gone. And he's basically demanding that they, secure the perimeter and just make sure there's no one else sneaking around.
Right. How much time has passed?
Only a few minutes.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
so you, now that everything is kind of calming down a little bit, you realize that you feel something hard to describe. It doesn't feel good. Sometimes when you're feeling powerful grief, people express it as feeling like there's a hole in their heart. That's what you feel. It's like you're feeling a powerful grief for something you don't remember.
It's a very odd sensation to have. I guess the first thing I would tap into, kind of take a moment and check out, what's left of Rushama that I carry with me. See if maybe there's something going on with that, because
Yeah.
I can't identify this sadness.
How do you do that?
Well, when he's busy yakking with the people, I'd probably just go back to that room and kind of sit down and sort of center myself, and not necessarily not full on meditation, but just quiet and I still have that little rhyme. I could recite that. Remember that.
Do you? Do you have it?
I do.
That would be a good
Hold
thing.
on. Come back. Oh my gosh.
That goes back to had to be episode 20 something.
Yep. So, present in the wind and storm, Rushama maintains his ageless form. Present in the earth and stone, hear his voice and you are not alone.
So you say the prayers, and as you do, that slightly hollow feeling actually intensifies because there's a part of you that kind of intuitively realizes it's maybe not even true anymore. There's a piece missing from the world, the universe, your heart. And that hole is just leaving a vacuum. And you know something has to fill it. Now, as you've been in there kind of meditating on this a little bit, there's a knock. And without waiting for you to answer, the door opens, and it is Zoreth, and he just says, "Are you well?"
I don't know. And that felt very targeted in that attack, but that there's something more. It's beyond that. I'll heal, but
Pay
I
no
think it's
mind
this
to
place.
the Dark Elves. We don't have much longer here anyway, and they have their own squabbles. But you feel it, don't you?
I suppose. I'm not. I don't know what this is. It
Want to
may
see
have.
it? It's about an hour's walk from here.
Yeah. Let's go.
So he packs up just a simple little like a satchel with a few things, and he puts some like spell components and other just like sundries in it, and guides you out of this base. And this is the first time you're seeing out of this one little set of rooms and hallways, and you find yourself going out through this doorway, seeing the bridge that you had witnessed the battle on, and crossing this suspension bridge, feeling just the cavernous darkness around you. And you pass through a hollowed out stalactite, across another bridge, and then down a steep ledge leading to the bottom of this enormous cavern. And you're very much aware, as you're up high, you're very much aware of the real gravity here now that you're back in the material plane and no longer in the weightless, insubstantial substance of the astral plane. And as you are making this journey, you can feel just a stirring inside that feels like, yes, this is what you need to do. And he is quiet at first, but as he is guiding you along, he asks, "Do you still feel Rushama within you?"
I do. But it isn't like it was when all of this began.
Can you tell
But
me how?
I'm not even. My situation wasn't normal, so I'm not entirely sure what normal is supposed to feel like. And I hadn't had him with me very long before all of this, and you, and I don't know, but this feels right to be going in the direction that we're going, and I don't know what I expect to find.
I had thought, when I made my way here, that Rushama's spirit would be something I would have to contend with one way or another. My experience with powerful spirits has never been, let's say, intimate in the way that the being of faith would feel it. I have only experienced it in the practical sense, having to appease them, flee them when they are angry. But when I arrived, I felt simply a vacuum where I expected to sense an overbearing presence.
We had a short time where I was able to do a bit of reflection. And as best I could tell, everything that was Rushama, I mean, there was so much of him. And all that remains of him is what I carry with me.
Is he under your control then?
I don't know that I would say that. It's more of a symbiosis, I suppose. I would be different without him, and I don't know that it could survive without me. If that makes sense.
Not entirely sure that it does. My studies of magic, I prefer spells, written equations that I understand. Magic is fickle enough without having a will of its own.
Well, nothing about my situation is... It's very unique in every sense of the word. I can't recall any stories of any cleric that had something similar happen. Even my choosing was completely different than what has always been.
I have to say, I'm somewhat relieved. I had feared that Rishama's conspicuous absence simply foretold a future surprise. But if you have Rishama's entirety within you, perhaps that's manageable. That's good. He kind of continues on.
Suddenly feeling like maybe I said too much.
So,
that was not out loud. Inner monologue.
Yeah, sure. So he continues on, and there's a few places where it's a little bit of a difficult hike, a little bit of a climb. You have to kind of use your hands to come up a steep slope. There's never like a vertical wall or anything like that. It's never overly difficult, but certainly areas that are not well-trodden paths. But he's leading you through these various tunnels, and even though none of this is familiar in any way, you nonetheless can feel this stirring within you, getting stronger with every step. And then you reach a tunnel. You enter through a little bit of a crevasse, and you look at it, and you just sort of instantly realize this is the tunnel that you appeared in all that time ago. When you experienced a flicker in what felt like time, you recognize this tunnel. You see the rusted out hub of what used to be the wheel of a cart, now rotted into nothing and leaving only the rusted metal behind. You remember seeing that cart broken in this path. You know where you are. You know that you are very close now to the place where the original summoning happened. And you realize he's watching you as you go.
This is just so very, very strange. I mean, it feels like forever ago, and yet Not long at all.
He just kind of nods in understanding. And as you pass through this tunnel, you reach a point where you come around a slow bend and realize that there's an enormous cavern in here, but instead of just space, you realize it's almost impossible to perceive because it's just black like darkness. But there's a strange sort of rippling magical energy to this space. You can't really see anything with your eyes, but you feel it there. You feel like you are now looking at the hole that you feel in your chest. And you stop short when he touches your shoulder and he just says, not past that line. He points to a line that's been, sort of scuffed in the dirt.
Do I want to know how you figured out where the line was?
Some experiments.
Hmm.
And you realize that now that you're kind of looking a little closer, you realize that there's some strange, like, debris seeming to be, like, just floating ahead of you. And he reaches down and he picks up just a small rock and he just tosses it forward. And as you see it cross that line, you see it start to slow down and slow down, slow down, until it just stops, just frozen in the air in that spot.
Looking at this, part of me wonders. I carry all that remains of Rushama within me. What if there's more, but it's not here? That it was, when the stolen moment was taken, what if there is more of him that was left behind?
I can't say one way or another, but what I know is there was something here that was supposed to be here. And the fact that it was taken with nothing to replace it has left everything unstable. I don't know exactly what you're feeling, but I can feel it too, like it's a part of me that's missing also. And you see him kind of walk out ahead of you, like right up to the line, and he's just kind of staring into it a little bit ponderously.
No, I know what you mean.
And very subtle, you feel just a little bit of a crackle of electricity at your fingertips.
Okay. Part of me wants to reach out and push him. Bad idea. Okay. He's right up at the line.
Yep. The crackle in your fingers reminds you that you're a Tempest cleric. Your ways are the ways of the storm.
Well, I'm going to tap into that feeling a little bit. The magic ripple, does it have any, like a stormy appearance?
It's hard to tell how you are even perceiving it, because you feel like just looking with your eyes, there's nothing to see. And yet you can detect with some unknowable sense that there is powerful magical energy swirling within. Trapped.
I'm just afraid if I push him in that, like, that's my ride home. Yeah, I don't know how I get back without him. That's the problem.
You hear a whisper in your head. Have faith, my child.
Then I will do exactly that. I'm going to focus on Rushama, this feeling that I'm missing. Sort of like close my eyes, kind of reach out, sort of feel around, detect the energies. I don't know what I'm doing. There's something I don't want to push him into the thing, like killing me here. How big is the space leading up to? Is it just like a small tunnel, or
It was a small tunnel, but it gets wider and wider as it enters this cavern. So it's not especially tight right where you are.
like the only lightning that I can call is the huge thing? Like, I don't have chain lightning, or else I do have it.
Your hand suddenly just seizes with that feeling of electricity, like it's frustrated.
Okay. Shit. Like, I don't want to make the wrong move here. Okay.
Save point.
Yeah. Like, I've got shocking grasp, but I don't know what that will do. Okay. I'm going to reach out to right where the line is, and I'm going to try shocking grasp and see what happens.
What are you doing with the shocking grasp?
Because that's the line. I can't go past that. Yeah, and that's the only...
Right, yeah. So you were like currently standing a little ways back. He is standing right up at the line ahead of you.
Okay. This is all gonna end very, very terribly. I am going to go up and I will stand behind him, and very carefully, like just so I'm barely touching him.
Maybe stealth roll.
Oh God. I'm terrified right now. Okay. I just rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
Plus 2, so 22.
He seems entranced by looking into this invisible vortex.
So I will set my hand just so it's barely touching him. And I am going to pour everything I have into shocking grasp.
It is a melee attack roll, I believe.
Yes.
All right. You have advantage because he does not realize this is about to happen.
And okay, so it's plus 11. So that is a 17.
All right. So roll the damage for the shocking grasp.
11 and 16. Plus, I could push him forward 5 feet or 10 feet.
Yep, you absolutely can. And you do. In fact, I'm not even sure you actually have the option about it. But yes, you feel the electricity discharge from your fingers. And as it enters his shoulder, he gasps and he is shoved forward, propelled by the power of this electricity. And you see him turning around with an expression of shock and betrayal. And you see him immediately begin to perform the somatic components for some kind of a spell. But he starts moving slower and slower. He's frozen. All right, so the rest of you are in the Demon Lord's trap.
Wow.
Yay!
Whose turn was it the last turn? I believe that it was Otterkey's turn, correct?
I think I just gone.
Yeah, Araki had just finished
we
his
just
turn.
had Otterkey's turn. So it is actually the Black Pudding's turn now.
Pudding.
Putty!
All right, so let's see. Cadence, you're getting 1 pseudopod attack.
Can we go back to the map?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Thanks.
thank you. See, I can see the map, so I just assumed. Yeah. So that's only an 8 to hit you, Cadence. So I think this thing is too slow for you as it sloshes out trying to slap you with a disgusting pseudopod of black sludge.
I like to believe that I matrixed so out of the way.
Yes, no, totally you did. All right, and then another one for you, Alaric, although that one rolled a little better, so that's actually a 22 to hit.
Yeah. That
Okay.
does it.
Okay, so that is going to be doing 6 bludgeoning damage plus. Don't have. Yeah. Plus 18 acid damage.
Ooh, that's nasty. I'm going to react. Can I do that? What am I got here? What is the reaction? Man, it's been a while since how do I do this again? Jeez. Uncanny dodge. So I'll have the damage.
Okay.
So instead of 24, it's 12. Is that right?
Yep. But your armor that you're actually wearing underneath is taking a -1 penalty to its protection.
Okay. All right, well, let's see how I can put that on.
All right. So yes, yeah, that happens, and then this black pudding is creeping forward. Okay, and now Amethyst, it is your turn in your fire elemental form.
She's going to just I'm going to do what I originally intended, which is just to, because of the elemental can squeeze through a space as small as an inch, I want to squeeze around Cadence. That's Cadence and Alaric, right?
Yep.
Next to the, on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And get in a space between the two jelly monster things.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So what's the rule for when it when you enter a creature's space?
It takes let me see. The first time it enters a creature's space on a turn, it takes 1d10 fire damage and catches fire.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that that 1d10 for both of them. Go ahead and roll just one for it'll apply to both.
Okay. Oh, there it is. That's 10 points.
Okay.
Ooh.
The one of them is completely burned away.
Yay! And then I would like to do a touch multi-attack on it, the one that's remaining.
Mm-hmm.
And that's dirty 20
Yeah, hits.
for 8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then the second attack, oh, that's only a 10. No,
a 10
11.
a 10 still 11 still hits.
Okay, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And that is 10 points of fire damage.
Okay, yeah, that one is burned away as well.
Yay.
All right. So I think that's your turn, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have some movement left. Would I have enough to move forward to where those squishy ones? No, let me stay where I'm at, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
My hit points are low.
All right. So that is your turn. Shikusada's turn. You guys don't know where they are. Actually, um, yeah. We're gonna require. Yeah. Okay. Alaric, or rather Mark, your Earth Elemental
Ed,
needs to make a Dexterity saving throw.
that's unlikely. Let's see. I guess that's just his dexterity modifier.
Okay.
Sure. That's a 12.
That's going to be a failure. And so it's going to take 47 acid damage.
Whew. It's not happy with that.
Nope.
Let's see.
And so let's just talk through whether you think Alaric would have any way to know that happened.
I don't know if these things make much noise.
You
Well, I mean, they make
conjured
lots of
it,
noise.
but I don't
Sure.
think that lets you intuitively understand what condition it's in or anything like that. I think if it were
Probably
completely
not.
destroyed, you would feel the sort of the magical energy of it dissipate, but otherwise, yeah. So I'm just pointing that out because in a meta sense, I don't think that anyone but Archie would be able to be aware that that happened.
Okay. Well, Ed knows. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
he does. He knows. Okay. That is, now it is Ed's turn. And so if he is probably trying to pursue this thing,
Well,
he would probably turn around and go the way that he felt it attack from, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Doop, 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 doop. All right. Tromp, tromp, tromp. I need to give this thing its
Its
vision.
own internal light.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, yeah, it trumps about like to there. And I don't think it perceives where it was hit from. All right. Okay, that is Ed's turn. Ket, you're realizing that you are, there's fighting going on ahead of you, but also you've heard the slimes behind you.
Oh shit, man. I will go ahead 30 feet.
Okay. 20. Basically, 30 feet would put you right, kind of where.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And then
Could be like here.
yeah, I can't really see past those dudes in front of me down that hallway.
Right.
I?
Yeah. So right now they're not completely blocking the passage yet,
Right.
but you would suffer opportunity attacks to pass through there.
Okay, I will go another 30 feet for my full movement.
That puts you in melee range.
Okay, and now how far can I see down that path? Or what can I see down
it
that
curves
path?
around to the south there, so basically you can see kind of to the.
Okay,
the
I will dimension door to the corner.
Okay. Like to the farthest bit you can see.
Yeah,
like
the farthest bit I can see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you definitely see that there's another sort of larger room down there.
Okay.
And that it appears to be a dead end in this direction to your right, but continues on to the left.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. That's Cadence. You're up.
I'm going to. What are those things that are down in that little alcove that are like creeping out?
Those are just these sort of smaller, medium-sized oozes that you've fought a few of before.
Okay, I'm gonna fire off. I'm gonna do that thing. Well, no, because then I'd have to move. I'm gonna fire off 2 shots at them.
Okay.
Um, with sharpshooter.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 24.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I mean,
that's-
these things have an AC of 8, just FYI.
Okay. So that's 22 points of damage for the first one.
Okay, you annihilate the first one.
Okay. The second one is also 24 with sharpshooter.
Okay, yeah.
That is 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my my hasted action to fire off a third shot. And that is.
Oh, so the second one, I'm sorry, I was paying attention to 2 different things. The second one was how much damage?
21.
21. Okay, not completely destroyed.
Okay. So then for the third shot, that is 19 minus 5, so it's 14.
Yeah, so these things have an AC of 8, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you can miss these things with anything but a natural one.
That's a 15, 25.
Okay, yeah. So was that the second one you hit, or a third target?
That was the third. I hit all 3 of them.
Okay, yeah. So, but I just mean the second attack didn't destroy that one.
No, that was a totally different one. I just fired off at 3 different ones.
Okay, that's all I was confirming, just to make sure that the third shot was not to finish off the second guy. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Took out 2 of them, hurt a third pretty bad. All right. Now it is their turn. Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Hang on. Here we go. Okay, and then you also hear the ones up here moving too. Let's see if I can just happen to do that. Yeah. Okay. Alaric, it is your turn, but make a perception check.
All right. There it is. 20 total. Dirty 20.
Okay. You realize that you're smelling this caustic chemical slime. Oh, by the way, I just remembered, and I'm not going to punish anybody else for not remembering this, but Cadence and Otterkey were still covered with the Demon Lord's slime, which makes them and anyone within 10 feet of them poisoned.
Oh.
So, I know we forgot. We're not retconning anything, but that is true ongoing.
What does that mean now?
Means disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay.
Ooh.
But I'm immune to that, thankfully.
I'm immune to it as the fire elemental as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, poison.
Okay, so I'm just saying, just let's remember that is all.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
But you smell that, but you realize that it's not just coming from Cadence, who has this stuff all over her. It's not just coming from those black puddings you just fought. It's coming from all around you, and you realize suddenly that the entire tunnels all around you are just saturated now with this acid poisonous slime, and it's starting to ooze in and make puddles on all surfaces all around you. And you realize you have probably, let's say, less than 30 seconds before this entire tunnel is going to be completely submerged in acid.
Well, that sucks.
I say less than 30 seconds. Let's actually go ahead and say 18 seconds. So 3 rounds is when this entire tunnel will be full of acid.
All right, then.
All right. So it's your turn, but you have just realized that this entire tunnel is beginning to fill with acid.
All right. Well, I will lift off the floor because I don't need to walk here.
Correct.
Grumble over my shoulder in the loudest voice that I can. This tunnel is flooding with acid. We have to be out soon. And I head straight for the 4 down the farther end.
All right.
But I'm going to hold off to be about 5 feet space between me and them.
20. Okay, that's 25 feet right there.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to once again make the symbol of 3 fingers together with another burning hands, this time also trying to catch the wall to scour the acid off of it.
Okay. So they're making dexterity saves, but let's see. They're not going to be good at it. That's a 9 and a 6 and a 4 and a 14.
Okay, none of those succeed.
Okay.
I'm assuming the wall can't dodge.
Correct.
That's only 9 points of fire, though, to each of those things.
Okay. All right, so one of them, the one that had been previously hit by Cadence's arrow, is destroyed and dissolves and just sinks into the spreading pool of acid everywhere else. The other 3 are burned, but not destroyed. That's going to be... Okay. And the tunnel walls around you where you hit with the fire... What you want to envision here is, on a rainy day where you've got the ground just completely saturated with water, like it's not puddles, but it's just saturated, so like grass would like squish if you stepped in it. Now, if you spray that with a blowtorch, you're going to burn some of the grass, you're going to make some steam, but you're not really making there be substantively less water.
Okay. All right. Well, that's about all I can do, I think. I will take... There's no way to squeeze around these guys, right?
No. They control the... You know what? I think you could squeeze... You know what? I'll say you can squeeze that one space below them, but you absolutely would take... an opportunity attack.
Does it look like the hallway beyond them is also covered like this?
Yes, but less so.
Okay.
Like, it looks like the tunnel that you're in is where the most of it is.
I think I will have to... yeah, I'm going to have to hold where I am.
Okay.
There's nothing else I can really do.
All right. Okay, so that is Alaric's turn. Otterkey, I think you just realized that the sort of, you know what? I was saying tromping of the earth elemental, but it wouldn't be tromping because it's floating. But I think you're vaguely... Actually, make a perception check.
Sure.
It may not be smart enough to float. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it can't move except by willing it. So, and when willing itself to move, it wouldn't. I mean, it could still move its legs, but there wouldn't be any purpose.
At a 12.
I don't think you're aware of the earth elemental turning around and not following you anymore.
Right on.
So, unfortunately, you're kind of
going where I saw people.
Yeah, everyone kind of left you behind here. So that would be 30 feet right there. And if you're continuing to dash, which I would imagine you are.
Yep.
10. So I think you get to here, but as you get to there, you realize that the tunnel around you is starting to ooze acid all around all of the walls, and it looks like it's increasing. It's not dripping down from anywhere because there's no gravity, but it's starting to puddle and like make ooze around all the walls, and you can see more and more seems to be coming. You also realize that your path is now blocked by a bunch of oozes.
Wonderful.
You don't see any of your friends, but you probably do see a little bit of light coming from the end past the oozes.
Okay.
So that's your turn, though.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Your does 23 hit your earth elemental? I think it does.
Oh yeah.
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 It's gonna take 20 acid damage.
Okay, I'm no longer an elemental.
No, the earth elemental.
Ed.
Oh, the
Large
earth elemental.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Woo!
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, there was 20? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it took that damage?
Yep.
All right, great. Okay. Now it is your turn, Amethyst.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna ram forward at the remaining. I'm gonna bowl towards those last 3 pins.
Okay. Just going to do the same thing?
Yeah.
All right.
So that's 1d10 damage on entering their space. And so that's 5 points of fire damage. Wait. Yeah, 1d10. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're
So
all
then
still up.
I'm going to do a melee attack on the closest one.
All right.
That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
And that's 12 points of fire damage.
Okay. One of them is burned away.
I hit the second one with 10 points of 10 points to hit. Sorry.
Okay. Just a 10 to hit.
Yeah.
That does still hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, 7 points of fire damage.
All right. That one is not completely destroyed.
Okay.
It definitely is badly burned, and it doesn't have much left in it, but not gone.
Okay. I'm gonna stay where I'm at so that they'll take more damage on their turn.
Okay. Sorry, got secret messages going back and forth. Hang on. Sorry. I'm doing too many things at once. Okay, so that was Amethyst's turn. Shikusada's turn. Another dexterity throw from your earth elemental. Actually, what is its bonus?
Its bonus is -1.
Okay, well, I don't think it can succeed then. You can roll it if you want. I'll let it succeed if it gets a 20.
That's a natural 1.
Okay,
never
well,
mind.
no then. Okay, so that's going to be... hang on. And then that's going to be another 70 acid damage to it.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, so I think, Alaric, you would feel your connection to the earth elemental disappear.
Damn it, Ed.
All right. That is Shikusada's turn. Okay. And then makes it Ket's turn. You're muted.
Okay, yeah, Ket will walk south 30 feet
Okay.
and see what he can see down that hallway.
All right. So if he gets 10 right there, does he want to go south some more, or?
10 more feet.
All right.
Oh, that's right. Those blocks are 10 feet, aren't they?
No, they're 5 feet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, then 5 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah,
moved
that's
you
fine.
another 10 feet.
That's
so.
fine. What can I see?
So you can see that, to off in this direction, to your right as you're entering this room, there does seem to be a larger dead end hallway. And
Okay.
then this larger room continues off into the darkness from where you are.
Okay, I will go that way.
All right. So that's 30 feet, 40 feet, 45. It's 48, right?
I got 57 feet of movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's 45, so 55. Yeah.
Yeah.
So from here, you can see there are essentially 3 ways to go.
Okay. Can I hear? Okay. Can I hear any gurgling coming from any which way?
Make a perception check.
Okay. It's a natural 19 plus 4, so 23.
At 23, you think if you hear anything, it's not a lot, but you hear a little bit coming from the northmost passage. That way.
Okay.
There.
I will keep that in mind, and I will. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Anything else?
I want to try. I have to look up something really quick. Forgive me, everyone. It's just relevant for later. And I want to make sure I have the rule right for it. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. One moment, everybody. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Okay. We just had Ket. Cadence, your turn. You've got 2 more of these slimes, but they're currently, I think you can't really even see them because they're, engulfed by Amethyst's fire elemental form. But you know that there's more slimes behind you, but you are also increasingly aware that the whole tunnel is starting to flood with acid.
If I use lesser restoration, would that get rid of the acid?
You think that you could use an action to scrape it off yourself.
Okay, I will use my regular action to scrape the acid off.
Okay, you do so.
And then I'm going to start going, because I know the tunnel's starting to flood, I'm going to follow after Ket and use my action, or like my extra action from haste to go double my movement.
Okay.
So 120 feet.
All right. So why is it?
Because I have hasted and I have 60. So if I'm using my extra action to go again,
but why would you have 60 though? Wouldn't you
because
have 30?
with haste you have double your speed, you double your movement.
But why are you doubling 60?
Because I'm using my extra hasted action to go, because that's one of them you can dash.
Because your movement is high because of your intelligence, right? Just like me.
I don't think haste lets you.
Haste allows you have double your speed with haste. So it's 60, and then you can use your extra action with haste to take an attack, a dash, a hide. So if I dash, it would be 120 feet.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I mean, that seems broken to me, but all right. I think this is exactly what Matt Mercer ran into with Vex at the end of campaign 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So you've gone 30 feet here. 40, 50. You get an attack of opportunity from one of these slimy guys, despite him being on fire. That's a 7. So I think it misses. Yep. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You've caught up with Ket.
Hey, Ket.
Hey, dude, what's happening?
You have another 20 feet of movement.
I will stay with Ket.
Okay. I think, like, for Ket, I think you're just standing there looking around, and all of a sudden you just kind of turn, and Cadence is just there. Just appeared poof, out of nowhere.
I totally expect her to show up, so I'm not surprised.
All right. That was Cadence's turn. It is the slimes. They take 1d6 fire damage for being on fire, correct, Viv?
Sorry, you
Oh, that's
1d10.
They take it on as soon as you enter and on their turn?
Let me reread that. It says,
because they're on fire and they would take...
you can enter a creature's space and stop there. The first time it enters a creature's space, it takes 1d10 fire damage and catches fire.
Right.
And then until someone takes an action to douse the fire, the creature takes 1d10 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay, that seems weird too, because it's double. Like it's when you enter and on their turn. It's usually all of these sorts of effects are one or the other. But okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll another d10.
That is 10.
Okay, yeah, they're both burned away before they can do anything.
Yay.
Okay, not much of a trap for you guys. Oh, I just also realized that this other... I think actually these guys are going to slurp back over in this Archie's direction now that everyone else is further away. They're still very slow.
Yeah, but so is Archie.
Hang on. There's a slightly deceptive thing there because I had a spare Shikusada token that's not actually in that spot, so no one should think that means that's actually where he is. All right. Okay, that's their turn. So, Alaric, your turn. These slimes that are blocked. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So, Alaric, you are not up there. You are down here, but it is your turn.
Yes. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier because it's pretty cool as an image. So he raises the axe high and flies with the axe forward in front of him. I will take my movement and I will use a bonus to dash. So I'll double my movement and see where that gets me.
Give me the total.
Well, that's 48 twice.
Okay.
So 96.
All right. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
And yes, Smartamaster's right. It is a Thor move.
Yeah. 90. And so if you basically can get up to where they are again and be like right here.
Okay. And any indication of it or...
Make a perception check.
That's cocked. Damn it. Oh, that's a natural one.
Oh, dear. You're not sure. You just moved very fast, and it's hard to figure out, like, where was everything before and where was everything now, and you...
Okay.
I think you're not sure.
With that, I will use my action to dodge.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah. Otterkey.
Oh, one last thing. Did I notice any changes in the walls as I entered this space?
Yes.
Or
no, so it is lessened as you're in this area. It was more in the other tunnel. So I actually make a dexterity saving throw as you were running through the rest of that tunnel.
Well, flying, but yeah. That is a 15.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a success. But it was starting to flood so much that there's literally less space to fly in. It's because it's pooling all around the perimeter and making it narrower. So, but yeah, so you didn't take any acid damage though.
Well, that's
okay, Otterkey.
Otterkey, so I guess now I can see these uglies.
Mm-hmm.
And do I perceive that the acid's getting thicker also?
Yes, you can definitely see that.
Or-
It's getting thicker and
That's
thicker as
happening.
you go deeper into this tunnel.
I'm just gonna call out. You alive? What are we doing? Man. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's what you do on your turn.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot an arrow at that big blobby.
Yep, go for it.
Actions, longbow. Oh, a natural 20
Okay.
plus 7.
Nice.
What do you do?
That'll hit, yeah.
$14 points of damage.
Okay.
That,
All right.
looking, so I think I want to use the bonus action to do ensnaring strike.
Okay.
Just making sure it works with range because it just says weapon attack. It doesn't say
Well,
melee.
so I'm going to let you go ahead and realize, I think, because you're looking at this thing. This thing is a slime. It can't be restrained by
Oh, gotcha.
fines.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You actually saw Shikusada have that, same ability.
Right, yeah,
in the
yeah,
last. It just oozes around it.
So I'll just shoot another arrow.
All right.
Which gets a 15 plus 7.
Yeah, I mean,
20.
it's got a armor class of 7, so.
Oh, that's right. You still that.
Yeah.
Okay, 1d8. So 4 points of damage.
Okay. Okay. You're whittling it down a little bit by a little bit, but it's not as fast as you might hope. I mean, it's doing the damage, but it's just this is a beefy ooze. That's gross. All right, that's Otterkey's turn. Amethyst, make a dexterity saving throw with your fire elemental's dexterity.
Well, that would be a 7.
Okay.
It's a bad time to roll low.
Yeah. Because the acid is starting to swell in the tunnels around you, making the area that you can pass through narrower and narrower. And your big fire elemental form, you're going to take 13 points of acid damage.
Yeah, I'm not an elemental.
Okay.
So that carries over. So, okay.
On the upside, when you poof into your human form, again, you are smaller and can fit better.
Cool.
Remind me, because as a human you don't have dark vision, but do you still use the goggles? We haven't really talked about the goggles in a while.
Yeah, I would have put those on when we entered, if we can say that.
But that's.
I would have been.
Yeah, you would have been wandering around these dark tunnels with it. So you poof back right there. But it is your turn now. That happened at the beginning of your turn.
So I'm going to shout to Archie that, the tunnel's filled with acid. And I don't know if you can get through here in time. And then I'm just going to, just be careful. And then I'm just going to race and follow the rest of them.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to dash.
5.
Yeah.
10. So that's actually 20, 30, 40. What's your speed again?
48.
48. Okay. So that's 40. So it would be If you're dashing, you can get up past them. How far past them would you want to go?
I'll just stay near them because I need
Okay,
to.
so you can be here with your regular movement.
That's fine. Oh, with my regular movement?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
so
cool.
you could still have your action if that's as far as you want to go.
Yeah, I would like to, because I know somebody's health was pretty low. Let me heal Cadence. Sorry, I didn't think I was going to get to have a turn.
That's all right.
I mean, a heal. Actually, let me cast 3D. Sorry, I'm telling you what it'll do. Let me cast
Cure Wounds?
Yes.
Healing Word? I mean,
I'm trying to. I can't
do Cure Wounds because you can't quite get up there.
I can't touch them. Okay, yeah. So, let me do. Oh, I can't even do that because I already used that on her. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me cast a bonus action of healing spirit. I don't have anything that I can cast on her because I thought Nira was going to be healing. So, I don't have all my usual heal tricks. So I'm going to cast healing spirit and I'm going to move it over in between the three of them. And it'll immediately grant, wait, is it immediate? Yeah, 1d6.
Healing spirit.
Whenever you or a creature moves into the spirit's, okay, so when it moves into the spirit's space for the first time or on its start of its turn there, you cause it to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. No action required.
Okay.
So that they can each roll a 1d6 on their turns to heal.
Yeah, if you use part of your movement to move through the little spot, and I'll make a little let's use a little token for it.
Yeah, it's a 5 foot.
I'm going to use the cute red dragon again.
Yay!
This cute red dragon will heal you for 1d6 hit points if you walk through him.
Snuggle the dragon for hit points, babies.
Okay, so that's Amethyst's turn. It is now Kusada's turn. Okay. Okay. And Ket, now it's your turn.
I guess I will. Hey, everybody! I heard gurgling coming from that tunnel there, so I will start heading north.
All right. Yeah. Pass through the little thing, the little guy.
Yeah.
All right.
I will go my full
points for you.
Okay. I will go my full movement.
Okay.
Ooh, 4.
30, 40, 50. So 55. Yeah.
All right.
And so you are now actually in one of the tunnels that you came through before.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
Gone around in a big circle.
What do my cat eyes see?
You see a pathway to the left, a pathway to the north, the west, the north, the east. You know that the pathway to the east is where you came from originally when you came down here. Pathway to the north is where you chased the
oh my God. And
before.
the Mistress of the Darkest went down the east pathway too, right?
Yeah. Make a survival check.
Survival check.
Yeah, because you can't just hear it anymore.
Yeah, no problem. Survival. Damn, my survival is +1. That is a 14.
I think you're not sure. I mean, there's slime on, in the spaces that you can tell that it went, you can see that there's slime going through that northern passage, but there's also slime all over the place, and you can't tell if the slime was there from last time or if it's new. You're not sure.
Okay.
So, I think...
hold on, let me just check my spells here real quick.
I think it was your action to do that survival check.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I I move my full movement, so that's my turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Cadence.
I'm gonna hug that little imaginary dragon.
All right.
And get 3 hit points back.
Oh yeah, I got 4 hit points back.
I'm starting to get worried because I haven't seen Archie.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you have a good perception. You probably heard him yell before, echoing through the tunnels, but it's hard to know how far away he was.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to leave without him because it's going to get dangerous. So I'm going to start going back. I'm going to yell ahead to Ket and be like, I'm going back for Archie. And I'm going to turn around and start walking back
Okay.
in that direction so I can try to help
You
him.
realize by now you are going to be swimming through acid to go back that way.
Cool.
All right.
I can't yell out a response, so I will just.
I mean, when you got up there, you could have yelled out something like, "We just went in a big circle" or something like that.
Yeah, I would
wanted.
have said
I
that.
think-
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Then I will use my movement to follow Ket, I guess.
All right. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Hey, baby.
So that's 60. If you want, you can make a survival check now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I dropped it on the ground. Ooh, that's good. That is a 21.
You can tell that the most recent disturbances of the tunnel and slime trails and the smell left behind by this thing indicate that it has most recently gone through the North Passage.
Oh my god.
We're going the right way.
Oh my god, man.
Can I use my action to try to communicate with the little dragon?
You used your action to do the survival check.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
I mean, if you just want to say something, though, that can be.
Yeah, I just want to. I want to like kind of see if I can communicate with the little dragon and ask it if it can help Archie.
Okay. You don't hear any response.
Okay.
All right. That was Cadence's turn.
Is that with all the haste and stuff too?
Well, so
yeah, I have an extra action, but I can only use it to dash, and I don't want to get too far ahead of everybody else.
Gotcha.
We're already like pretty stretched out, so.
Mm-hmm. I think you guys are probably also increasingly aware that this thing is doing this on purpose. It's trying to string you all out.
Yeah.
All right. So that is Cadence's turn. Archie, these little greeny blob guys are trying to ooze more in your direction, but they're very slow. They're sort of emerging from the pools of acid that are, flooding around that tunnel. And it's basically, you realize that you actually couldn't proceed much further through that tunnel because it's just submerged in acid now.
Lovely.
All right, Alaric, your turn.
All right. Well, I'll take one step back to admire Amethyst's handiwork here and feel really good about it. Mm-hmm. And also, my beard is growing back from a little acid burn before, which is good. And then I will proceed up the northern path.
Okay. So
now, do I remember, because this is a place we've been before, where the western path goes?
Make an intelligence check. 40.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay, so this is 45 feet to right there, including the slight backtrack you did.
Okay.
Healing Spirit. I think you, with that score, you realize that the Western Passage connected to the same room that the Northern Passage does.
Okay, I'll take my bonus action then to dash in that direction.
Okay. 10, 20, 30. All right. Yeah. So you can see the end of this tunnel here, but you know that as it curves up to the north, it meets the same. It's the same room that the North Passage goes through.
Okay, and I'm going to take my action again to dodge. So I'm kind of imagining I'm taking the axe and kind of swirling around a little bit, kind of keeping in the space, but never in one particular spot.
Yeah. All right. So that is Alaric's turn. Otterkey.
So, so I heard circle. They went around in a circle. So I'm going to start hauling back.
Well, make a perception check.
Okay.
Because they heard you from far away, but they have really good perception.
True.
And plus, you would be hearing them through a submerged tunnel now. So, maybe you heard them. We'll see.
Oh no, 3.
No, I think you heard your own echoing response, but you don't. You know the passage that they ran down is now submerged in acid.
Right.
And there's oozes and stuff blocking your path anyway. You're all alone in the dark. What are you doing?
All I can think to do is to run back, really.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to help anybody if I keep going forward and around.
Let's see, that's 10, 20, 30. You go 30 feet. And, hang on, let me, where's my guy here? Hang on. And revealed in your dark vision is the creature itself. Right there. So, you have just used your regular movement.
Okay. See him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I've already done some different daily things that I can't do again, or I should say, resty things. I already used my banishment slots. I was concentrating on protection from energy, so I want to keep doing that. Sugar. Can't really think of any other spell I would do. So I'll fire arrows at it.
All right. Roll that beautiful longbow footage.
It's a 12.
Okay. A 12 misses.
Okay, the second one. Oh, man. Oh, another 12.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Unfortunately,
Funk.
your 2 arrows go wide. And as it slorps and swirls around you, you realize that it is sort of forming back up into the shape that you've seen it before, but you had realized that it had been largely flattened along the ground, all spread out. But it is sort of looming back up into its more central blob shape. And that was your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll shout, quesadilla!
Hang on, let me have this, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 11, 16.
That is a failure. And you take 13 acid damage
Ooh.
as it hurls a blob of acid in your direction.
This would be 7 if I'm currently resistant to acid damage.
Okay. Are you?
Yeah, I was. I still had concentration holding the protection from energy spell.
Okay. Just remind me, when did you cast that? I mean, when was that cast on you? Like, would it have still been
We
up?
had started fighting earlier, and it's concentration up to an hour.
Okay, well, I just mean you took a big hit before, right? Previously? Am I wrong? I mean,
I had all my health, but oh, that's right. Because I was gonna say I had all my health, but I did use my
yeah,
healing.
you used
my
like your whole
hand,
lay
so-
on
You-
hands.
Yeah, I
for that.
probably dropped it. Yeah,
I think you
Just kinda
lost
dropped-
it. Like when you rolled for it last game, I think you lost
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you
Cool.
did. Sorry.
Okay, right on.
Okay.
Taking it all.
All right. So, it would be the Black Pudding's turn, but so just consider it very slowly oozing up behind you. But that would make it Amethyst your turn.
I can't see how far I am from. Yeah, can you scroll it down a little?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I think I probably have to dash to get to them. My speed is 48.
Yeah, so 10, 20, you can get your 1d6. 30,
Oh yeah.
40, 45. It would be right here to your get your regular movement. And then if you dash, another 10, 20, 30, 40. You could basically get right up even with Alaric if that's what you want to do.
I'll get between Alaric and I think that's Cadence.
Well, Ket and Cadence are both there, but you can be like
Okay,
right
yeah.
here.
Yeah, and then use my bonus action to bring the healing spirit to trail it along behind me.
Okay.
It's only got a speed of 30 though, I think.
Okay, well. 10, 20,
Yeah, 30
Okay,
feet. Yeah.
there he is. Okay. That's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Archie, make another dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Ah. Up caught. 9.
That's going to be another 17 acid damage. And now it's Shikusada's turn. All right. It's going to basically move right up to you
Sweet.
and start wailing on you with its acid lash attacks. It's going to make 3 of them. That first one's a 27 to hit.
Hits.
Second one is only 16 to hit.
Miss.
And the third, wow, 2 really low rolls. So that's 17 to hit. Does 17
Yes.
still miss, I assume? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so only one of those hit, which is frankly insane. But okay. I mean, it happens. It just, of 3 rolls, 2 of them, one was a 2 and the other was a 3. That's what it takes. All right. But that's fair. You know, fair is fair. Okay. So the one that hits you, though, does another 16. No, excuse me. 23 acid damage.
All right.
And then with another legendary action, it's going to attack you again. 24 to hit.
That hits.
And that's 27 acid damage.
Oof. Wow.
How are you doing?
I'm down to 51.
All right. Okay, that is Shikusada's turn. Ket, you're up.
Alrighty then. Well, since we've already been down that hallway where Archie is, I can dimension door there, correct? Since I've
Yeah.
already been there and seen that? Alright. I will take hold of Cadence.
Okay.
And dimension door right by Archie. About 10 feet behind Archie.
Okay. Well, so you've been there, but
Okay.
how would you know to do that?
What do you mean?
What is it that Ket is aware of right now that would cause him to choose that location?
Archie yelling out quesadilla? Surely that echoed off the walls, didn't it? Wouldn't I have heard that?
Okay, well, make a perception check to try to know where that is. I'm not trying to make this hard on you. I'm saying that you're in windy, deep, twisty tunnels in the dark.
That's a 19.
Okay. I think that's maybe pushing it, but you certainly could use that to go into like that big area that you were before.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think how you would possibly know tactically where Archie is versus where it is. All you heard him yell is.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah. So you could say you know which way you were trying to go. You know where that leads. You could just use it to skip some running, right? So I would say you could do that to get let's say right here.
Okay.
And as you would see that there, you would suddenly see the form of Shikusada looming over Otterkey.
All right. Okay, that is my action. I'll look at Cadence and just say, "Hey, Cadence, why couldn't the pirate play cards?"
Is this really the time for pirate jokes?
Because he was sitting on the deck, man! Now let's kill this son of a bitch! And that's my turn. And that's an inspiration for Cadence.
Okay. Great. All right, Cadence, your turn.
All right. How far away is Archie from where we landed?
It's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet.
Okay, I'm going to move forward 10 feet.
Okay.
Bonus action Misty Step, so I show up on the other side of Archie.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my first action to Cure Wounds Archie at level 3.
Okay.
So that's 3d8. Oh, nice. An 8, a 5, and a 1. So 14 points back to you.
All right.
Ooh, thank you.
And then I'm going to use my attack action from haste to fire a shot at Shikusada.
Go for it.
With sharpshooter.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
So that's like 34.
Okay.
And then it's double dice?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so that's 9 plus 9, so 18. So 28 points of damage.
All right. 28 points of damage. All right.
Then I'm going to cower behind Archie because he's bigger.
Yeah. Okay. Archie, getting another acid lash. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Yeah. That is going to be 26 acid damage.
Oof.
All right. Now it's Alaric, your turn.
All right, well, I got to do it the old-fashioned way. But I will fly down the hallway and use my bonus action to dash. I think if I fly down, I'll just catch the eye of it in the corner.
10, 20, 30, 40. That's 50 right here.
Okay, so I can kind of perceive it.
Yeah.
And I will move to within 20 feet of it, so I'll use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
There you are, you slimy bugger.
Okay,
You're surrounded
so
now.
Let's see. 5, 10. Yeah, I'll say right here, 20 feet.
Okay. And then lash out with the axe.
All right.
That is a 21 to hit.
Okay, hits, yeah.
With allies nearby. It's finally sneak attack time. Oh, that's not bad. 23 points of damage.
Right.
It returns. I swing my entire body, firing it again. That's a natural 20.
Wow.
Heck yeah.
That's 17 points of damage. Oh, wait, it's a
Hang on.
natural 20.
Give me
God.
just
Sorry.
hang on, just a sec. You're doing a lot of numbers at me right now. Hang on.
Sorry, I'm excited.
That's all right.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm just saying. Give me 10 seconds here. All right.
Sure. I'm just
Okay.
super excited.
I've got your
Okay.
first attack captured.
Sure. Okay, great. So the next one is a natural 20.
Yeah.
So I rolled the dice, and the edge of the axe seems to catch a little glint of light as it passes on through.
Okay.
Let's see. So that would be 9, 17, additional 14, 31 points of damage.
All right.
And let's roll that d20 again. I've been wanting to do this ever since I got this busted thing. Oh, I didn't get it. So it doesn't get split in two, sadly.
Yeah.
But then the axe returns to me once more.
All right. This thing doesn't really have any obvious limbs or a head, but
It does say if it has no limb to sever, you loft up a portion of its body instead.
fair. Yeah.
Oh,
certainly.
that's only a 19. There's
Okay.
actually a 20 for a second and turned over.
All right. Yeah, 19 does still hit.
That's for another 12 points of damage.
Okay. Okay. Archie, guess what?
Yeah.
It's you're getting another
Look at that
attack
sweet
before it's your turn.
lashing.
No, it's before your turn, and it's still that's going to be a 26 to hit.
It's gonna be another hit.
Yeah. Those relatively low damage rolls compared to what we've been getting, so that's only 15 acid damage that time.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
All right. So I'm going. All right. I'm gonna try to keep him distracted, and I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Which is a 3d8 at third level. 8, 9, 10, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 points of healing.
Okay.
So that would be my action. And as a bonus, I can't really do anything else. So let's bottle this bastard.
All right.
And brace for another attack.
Okay. Amethyst. It's your turn.
Running.
Yeah. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I don't think you quite have line of sight.
Okay. And
that was dashing too. So.
okay. That was 96 feet.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That was only 60 feet. So I just had you do 60 feet,
Yeah.
which is if you want to dash, you could get another 35 feet closer if you want to. Yes. No. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 70, 80, 90. You can get to here.
That's perfect.
Okay, so you did have to dash to do that.
Yeah. Can I bonus action my healing spirit along behind us?
Yes. We'll say
you.
it's trucking along behind you, but it's
Cool.
not keeping up.
It's no.
Yeah. At a certain point it might be out of range, but we'll deal with that if it comes up. Okay. It's Shikusada's turn right now, and going to continue to just keep wailing on Otterkey. So with 3 more acid lash attacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
3 more.
Uh-huh. What's it? Its turn now. It was just doing legendary actions for a while there.
Of course.
So that would be a 32 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be 23 acid damage.
Okay. Boom. 26 left.
Yeah. That is going to be a 33 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be 19 more acid damage.
Okay. 7 left.
All right. That's a 29 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Another 23 acid damage. And as Archie falls unconscious, you all feel the disgusting burbling sound in your brains that somehow makes the shape of back away or I digest him. And that's Shikusada's turn. Ket, you're
so
up.
my Undying Sentinel ability.
Oh?
Once per long rest, when you're reduced to 0, you drop to 1 instead.
Okay, so you almost go down and you drop to 1 instead.
Yeah.
It makes another acid lash attack against you.
Ah, damn it. Didn't it use its 3?
Well,
It hit
no,
3
it
times.
just
It hit 3
It
times.
just went again. Yeah. So yeah. So it has
legendary.
3 attacks, but now it's using a legendary after its turn
Right.
to do it again. So that's another 29 to hit, and then wow, 3 1s on the damage dice, but that's still
You have to go back
13.
to 0.
Yeah. So as I was saying,
Not dead yet.
yeah. So as I was saying, but it, you feel it make the threat in all of your minds. But Ket, you're up.
Remind me again how the bottle works. Like if I want to put this thing in the bottle, how
You
does
just
that work?
hold it up and you say the command word, which I think it's fair to say that you guys all know.
I will do that.
All right, you try to put it in the bottle.
Try to put it in the bottle. What kind of saving throw does it have to make?
I believe it's a charisma saving throw. I can look it up.
Okay. That's what I meant. I wasn't sure what saving throw it had to make.
All right.
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Okay, so it will make the saving throw. It will roll the saving throw to see.
Actually, wait. No. Wait.
I rolled the die.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if you were
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So, yeah, it got a 31.
Just made it.
And as you feel it resist the spell, you hear a snarl of frustration telepathically in your brain, and it makes an advantage attack against Archie's unconscious form, which I think with a 30 to hit does, and that's 2 failed death saving throws for Archie.
Shit, I should have put Archie in the bottle.
And you see that with that last hit, he's partially drawn into its bulk.
Don't.
Cadence, you're up.
Well, I'm still right there with Archie, so I'm going to cure wounds him at level 4.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
that is nice. 20.
All right.
It's 20. What is my add-on? It's 23.
Okay.
So you're conscious again, Archie, just so you could die again in a second.
Hey, at least he doesn't have to make death saving throws because he only had one left.
I know. And then for my my hasted attack, I'm gonna fire a shot at Shikusada.
Okay.
That is a 19. Stop it.
A 19 does hit.
Okay. And that is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stay right there because I need to be there in case something terrible happens to Archie, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Archie, it's getting an attack of advantage attack against you because you're prone still.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's a 33. And so
Crunch.
let's see.
It's got to be its last legendary action for this round, guys. It's used like 3.
This is its. Oh yeah, no, this is the third one. Yeah, because it used one to deal with his Undying Sentinel, second one after Ket, and this
Right.
one now. But so that is 22.
Oh wow. So 1. Whoops. Shoot. Sorry.
Okay.
That is a heal instead of a damage. Okay.
All right, and it snarls at all of you and saying, "Back away, and this one lives. Attack further, and I take him with me." Alaric.
You have one chance. Get in the bottle or oblivion. And I'm throwing.
Okay.
Hopefully it's got a little bit of sense to it. Let's see. That's a 30 to hit. I think that hit.
Yeah.
For, let's see, 22 points of damage.
All right.
And then a second one. That's a 21 to hit.
All right.
For 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then a third strike with the kind of look down the blade, as in, I mean this. You're going to die or you get in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only a 14 to hit.
14 is a miss, unfortunately.
I purposely missed just to give it one last chance.
Much appreciated. Yeah, so that's Alaric's turn. Otterkey, you are prone with your feet kind of enveloped in this thing. It doesn't stop you from trying to like stand up and get away, but that is how close to it you are. Remember, you are currently poisoned.
Yes, yeah. So I do want to use half my movement to try to stand.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll just yell for life and swing the sword.
Yeah. Swing that sword.
Which is a soft 20
A hit.
for the first one.
Are you rolling at disadvantage?
Oh, yeah. Wait, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 13, 24 points.
Okay.
Which is a combination of radiant and slashing.
24.
And use the bonus action to beef it up with a blinding smite.
All right.
Which for the damage, let's see. I know it has to save against blindness, but I don't think it matters because I don't think it can be blinded. 21 points of radiant.
How do you want to do this?
I'm gonna guess as he leaps up, it's gonna probably go straight through it, into it, with a giant cleave.
You feel the strength and power of your new vow, surrounded by all of your friends who did their best to keep you alive, working hard, all supporting you as you lay there at death's door. Your demise imminent, but the love and companionship and fellowship that you have with them, the light of your common purpose fills you with a sense of righteousness as you channel all of that through your sword. And the unholy, toxic ichor burns away at the touch of your sword. And you all hear a shocked telepathic gurgle as Shikusada boils away into nothing.
Told ya. Is it really gone? I'm gonna find all the little bits and start stomping out those too.
And collapse.
Archie,
And,
no!
and I target him for a heal because my turn's next. 80 points of heal. Bam.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Feeling better.
Thank you.
You stink.
That
though.
was awesome, Archie.
Archie, wipe all that acid off of you.
Oh my god, man.
But the mistress, the shadow.
Yeah, we got more work to do, but we might want to take a breather. Someplace a little less stinky. I'm pretty sure she's not going to be hard to find. I'm afraid of that, really.
Yeah, you all recall their last directive: kill the tree.
Maybe we could move as we rest. Catch a break.
Can't
Doesn't work.
can't
He's still
do a
gonna say
rest
that.
while you're moving.
No, he'll say that. It doesn't work mechanically, but that's what he'll say.
instead of
Catch our
dashing,
breath
maybe.
and
Actually, we could run through that little dragon a few times.
float casually.
Yeah. You know, eventually your little healing spirit catches back up. I think it only lasts a minute though, right?
Yeah, it's up to a minute, but
I got an
I
idea.
think it was out of range, like you were saying. I think it got too far away from me.
That's whatever. It's fine.
I got an idea, Otterkey.
Nuzzles!
You're not too swift on your feet here, but I seem to be able to move. And I grabbed the back of his armor, and I moved with him. Even moving at half speed, I'm still moving faster than he was.
Yeah, no, that totally works. Yeah.
Aww.
Let's go, big guy. We got work to do.
All right.
So are you all hurrying back to follow where the Mistress of the Dark had gone?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And I think that Otterkey can't take a rest because I'm basically just carrying him.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, no rest. Sorry. But yes, as you guys are hurrying your way back through the tunnels, you reach the enormous tunnel that was being burrowed out by the Mistress of the Dark. It's easy to follow. You follow it, leading ever closer to the emerging out back into the city until you do emerge and you see an enormous mist and fire and slime dragon wreaking havoc in the city. Huge swaths of destruction, great rents across the bark of the tree, and laying in the middle of the plaza, you see the unmoving form of Custos Vigil.
Damn it. Has it been a minute?
Yes.
Okay. I look fine.
All right. As you are racing up, you see that Custos is starting to break apart into little particles of light, but they seem to be holding themselves together just with will, just enough to look up to you and say, "It must be banished. To destroy it here, the energy that would be unleashed. You must be banished." And holding out a hand to like grasp yours, Otterkey, it says, "Carry on the vow for both of us."
Can we hold him in the bottle?
I swear it.
He's already dissipating.
Amethyst.
Okay. No.
He's gone.
Damn it.
I was going to ask if I could retcon something. Nothing to do with Custos Vigil.
Well,
But on our way here, could I use disguise self to look like Jinxie?
yeah.
Just make
Yeah.
sure you tell me you do it first.
really.
So you have done that, and then I think, well, so Jinxie's what, like the human form that you sometimes often saw her in, sort of at rest, or
Sure, yeah.
because she was
Whatever-
in Nira's form
whatever-
when she gave the command.
Yeah.
And that's what I will disguise myself as.
All right. So as you guys are standing there where Custos Vigil once was, you look up at the city, partially destroyed as this enormous dragon is wreaking havoc. And then suddenly, in the air above you, you see a strange sort of shimmering mist start to coalesce until it starts to take on a humanoid form. And all of a sudden, you see Nira in a sort of spectral appearance with a strange sort of silvery thread trailing from her back. Nira, after pushing Zoreth into the bubble, you felt yourself lost for a while. You weren't sure what to do. You found, in absence of anywhere else to go, you went back to that base. You felt spent, exhausted. You rested there. But in resting, you felt a new strength within yourself and a new purpose. And you knew you had unlocked something within yourself. You knew just where to go for the ingredients within Zoreth's lab to astral project yourself back to the astral sea. Not physically present, with your body still in suspended animation there in the material plane. You have nonetheless cast your soul out to the astral sea to join your friends, and you've found them again, except that it looks like you're already there and the city is half destroyed.
What did you guys do?
And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Can't leave them alone for 5 minutes.
I'm like,
Roll to
as soon
attack.
as I see you, I'm like, I got my arrow cocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That
Yep.
was my first thought.
You're not greeted with welcome smiles, but bared teeth, I think.
Well, especially
Yeah.
since they seem to already have a Nira.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we will continue that scene next week. But for now, let's see if we've got some questions for our characters.
We've got 2 actually for Otter.
Got a couple already. So, how did it feel? And then similar question, did you think that you were a goner there right at the end? Did your life flash before your eyes?
Absolutely. A very brief, fast flash. He thought he for sure was going down. That's why he's like, well, all I can do is flash and try to inspire everybody else to finish taking it down instead of trying to keep me alive. And it hurts.
Alaric, are you happier with your weapon now that it really shone in this episode?
I have never been unhappy with this axe.
Man, a few words.
Generally.
Well, all right. And let's see. Oh, we got people heading out. We are a little late tonight, but yeah, so some big stuff in this episode.
There's a question for Nero.
Nero, what's next?
Now that my heart has been ripped out of my chest, oh my god, that was so mean.
I mean, yeah, you're really mean. You shouldn't have done that to your boyfriend.
You said you loved him.
Well, now I have to figure out how I'm going to get back with everybody. I don't know what I can do in this form, but I guess we'll see.
To be clear, Nero would understand this spell that you have now cast, because Nero is now level 17. You can essentially do anything that you could if you were physically there. It would all work exactly the normal way. The only difference is that technically your physical body is still there in suspended animation in the material plane. It's theoretically vulnerable there. Also, there are some things that can sever the tether that you're using to astral project there, and that's a risk. But otherwise, you can do everything that you would if you were really there.
All right. So now I have to get, this city has been destroyed, and there's a Nira here, and I don't, what even have they been doing without me?
Getting by just fine.
We don't need you.
I see what Archie looks like. You don't tell me just fine.
He always looks like that.
Archie looks great. I just
He
healed
got
his
better.
ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he looks fine.
he's looking pretty smart right now.
You guys.
Can't hide that much blood.
Oh, that was so mean. I'm still shaking, you guys. I did not want to do that, but I did not see another way. I had some ideas, but none of them were going to be better than that. So. God.
It's okay, it's just
I
our
was
trust
approaching that
was
as
lost.
you can lead a cleric to the opportunity to trap the evil magic boyfriend, but you can't make them shocking grasp. You can just sort of make it clear that that's what the remnant of their deity inside them wants to do.
Yep.
Yeah, it's only a small remnant at this point.
Might be small, but it's still mine.
All right, so I think we're going to call it there for tonight. Some big developments in this episode. We'll be back next time to resolve as the Mistress of the Dark is tearing up the city, and we'll see what happens. Will Nira be accepted back to the heroes of legend in their company? How do they explain everything that's happened? We'll find out on so many levels.
So many levels.
So many.
So many levels.